You can't push us around like an imperial bully. Petro responded to Trump saying, quote, "We have never been opposed to taking back immigrants, and we have stopped immigration. The stupid U.S. blockade on Venezuela is what unleashed millions of people immigrating to the U.S." He said, "Do not demand that I take in people deported from the U.S. in handcuffs on a military plane." He said, quote, "We are not a colony of anyone," end quote. So like I said, he's not saying that we're not going to take in people who have been deported because they were in the U.S. without documents. He's saying they need to be treated with dignity. They can't be put in handcuffs. And he's saying we are not a U.S. colony. We are an independent, sovereign country. And note how he also pointed out how it's the U.S. sanctions and the blockade on Venezuela that have caused millions of people to leave, to immigrate. So the U.S. bears responsibility for a lot of this immigration. In fact, during his first term, when Trump carried out a coup attempt in Venezuela, trying to impose the U.S. puppet Juan Guaido as the fake president of Venezuela, Trump imposed aggressive sanctions and an economic blockade on Venezuela, despite the fact that he received reports from the U.S. government, from U.S. officials, saying that if he did this, it would cause a massive increase in undocumented immigrants from Venezuela going to the U.S. Trump knew that, and he did it anyway. He and also Democrats, this is bipartisan, they have tried to destabilize all of the independent leftist governments in Latin America. And then when there are large numbers of immigrants who go to the U.S., they blame the region and they further attack the region. Instead of meddling in Latin America, if the U.S. doesn't want immigration, it should try to help stabilize the countries in the region and peacefully trade with them. But no, the U.S. wants to colonize and control all of Latin America and take all of its natural resources, which is what's causing these waves of immigration and instability. Trump admitted this. He boasted that when he was president the first time, he said that he came close to taking over Venezuela and taking over its oil.
Venezuela. How about we're buying oil from Venezuela? When I left, Venezuela was ready to collapse. We would have taken it over. We would have gotten all that oil. It would have been right next door.